you're thinking about moving to Virginia's beautiful mountains and valleys, and more specifically, towns like Charlottesville. Well, in this video, I'm going to take you on a tour of Charlottesville. I'm going to show you some of the areas of Charlottesville, and then I'm going to take you into some of its neighborhoods, and I'm going to show you some different homes at some different price points, which maybe fit into your budget. And if you hang around to the end of the video, I'm just going to show you something really, really unique and unusual, what I would call a little hidden gem of Charlottesville that a lot of people don't know about. And you definitely don't want to miss out on that, so hang around to the end of the video, and we're going to get started right now.
Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?
If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Virginia, from its beautiful mountains to its valleys and in towns like Charlottesville, then click on that subscribe button and touch that bell so you can be the first to be notified about all the current market information in Charlottesville. Hi, my name's Stephen Gleason, along with my wife Leslie. We get phone calls and emails every day from folks just like you who are looking to make a move to Virginia, from its mountains to its valleys and in towns like Charlottesville. And we absolutely love to get those calls, and we love to help people make their dreams come true in the move that they'd like to make. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, pick up the phone and give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, and we'll be happy to help you make your move to Virginia smooth. Now, as I mentioned, today we're in Charlottesville, Virginia, and right now I'm in the downtown mall of Charlottesville, and what an absolutely cool place. Walk down here with me a little bit. As you can see, there's just all sorts of things to do here in the mall, and I'll actually turn around and I'll shoot the other way as well. There's over 120 shops here and over 30 restaurants in the downtown mall. There's the Paramount, as you can see saw in the background there, the Paramount movie theater. There's vintage stores, there's sidewalk cafes, there's regular music that's live, whether it be at the Ting Pavilion or whether it be at the 1912 Jefferson Theater. Just a really, really neat place. You can spend an entire afternoon or an entire day down here and never even bat an eye. So, like I say, if you're looking for a downtown area in Charlottesville, in a city or a town that has just a really unique place in its downtown area, Charlottesville, Virginia is one of its best. It's one of the longest malls in the United States, about 8 blocks long. And so just a really cool area of the downtown. So let's go ahead. I'll shoot a few more shots here of the downtown area, and then we'll move out to our first section of houses that we'd like to take a look at in the Charlottesville area. So I'll see you in just a minute. So here in our first neighborhood, we're in the Greenbrier neighborhood in Charlottesville, and the Greenbrier neighborhood is a really neat neighborhood because a lot of the lots here are larger than some of the other areas of Charlottesville. Additionally, as you can see, and I'll do the drive-by as well to show you some of the streets here in the neighborhood, but the lots are in general larger in size. You can see behind me the larger mature trees, making it a very nice neighborhood to live in, where you have quiet, you have access to walking, and you also have access to shopping. Within 5-10 minutes, you're downtown Charlottesville, down to UVA. Additionally, you also have shopping at Seminole Square, the shops at Sheffield. They contain like an LL Bean, and then there's a Whole Foods market just right across the road. Trader Joe's is there at Sheffield as well. So a lot of really neat places just right near this very area with good transportation to get you in and out of the neighborhood very quickly. In this neighborhood, The homes really range in price. Most of them were built in the 50s and 60s, a few in the 70s and the 80s, and really in this neighborhood you're probably going to be looking at anywhere from $400,000 to about $600,000 or $700,000 on average. As a matter of fact, the average square price per foot in this neighborhood is $231 per square foot in the year 2022. Also, we're talking about the range of houses, $287,000 on the low end to $970,000 on the high end is the homes that have sold up through mid-December in 2022. A lot of the homes here, you can see 3 or 4 bedrooms, 1 to 3 baths, ranging anywhere from probably 1,200 up to 4,000 square foot. So it's a very diverse neighborhood when it comes to homes. You'll also, when you come into this neighborhood, you're going to see many different types of homes. For example, you're going to have contemporary homes. You're going to have Georgian style homes. You're going to have a typical ranch homes. You're going to have split foyer homes and 2-level homes. So if there is a certain style of home you like, there's a good chance that you're probably going to be able to find it here in the Greenbrier area. One of the neat things about it too is that it's very near Greenbrier Elementary School, which is an award-winning school in the Charlottesville area, and then just about a mile or so up the road you have Charlottesville High School. So it's very well located for folks, especially if you have school children. So I'm going to take you up here to one of our homes that I'm going to look at and share with you a little bit about it, and you can see kind of what you can get for $400,000, $450,000 in this neighborhood. So the first home I wanted to show you here in the neighborhood is sold in 2022 for $455,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home, and it was built in 1962. It has 2,869 square foot, which breaks down to about $159 a square foot, so considerably less than the $231 average during 2022 in this particular neighborhood. It also has a 1/3 of an acre lot, which that's kind of reflective in the price as well. Some of the other homes you're seeing as I'm walking by or driving by have the larger lots, but this will give you an idea about a home here in the Greenbrier neighborhood that sold in 2022 for $455,000. So I wanted to take you on a different end of the Greenbrier neighborhood and kind of show you another home and a different price point. But both of the homes that I've shown you have been along one of the more main drags through the neighborhood, but there are other streets off the main drag if you're looking for even more privacy than this neighborhood already does give. The average home in 2022 sold for $536,000, and the mean price was $485,000. And one of the other neat things about this community is that it has the Ravenna Trail, which goes right through the neighborhood through Charlottesville, and it also has Greenbrier Park, which is a great place to go with your friends or your family. But I wanted to stop here at this last home and just kind of give you an idea of what you can get in the neighborhood for $610,000 is what this property sold for in 2022. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. It has 2,388 square feet, which is about $259 a square foot. And you can see it's a little bit more than the other property that we looked at earlier. So it kind of gives you an idea of the range of properties and prices in this particular neighborhood. This particular home was built in 1940, and it sits on just over 1/3 of an acre lot. So, but again, like I say, this kind of gives you another idea of another type of home, and you'll see that through the drive-by as well as I drive through the neighborhood. So let's go ahead and check out our next neighborhood. So I'm here in our last neighborhood, the Barracks Rugby area, and also right here near this area is the Venable area as well. This is the section of town that is the very elite, very private section of town, and has a myriad of homes. The actual homes that sold in 2022 actually ranged in price from $300,000 all the way up to over $2.8 million. So there's smaller homes in this neighborhood, and there's actually much larger homes, you would even say mansion type homes in this neighborhood. The average home that sold in the Barracks Rugby area was $796,000, while the Venable area was just over $1 million. As I'm walking through the neighborhood, you can definitely see the style of some of the houses here, and I would say that overall they vary in size from anywhere from 2,000 square feet, or even maybe a little less than that, up all the way up to 5,000 and 6,000 square feet. One of the neat things about the Barracks Rugby area is that it's very close to the downtown. As a matter of fact, you can walk to downtown in about 20 to 30 minutes, or you can walk just a part of the way, depending upon where in the neighborhood you live, and you can get the free trolley in Charlottesville that takes you down to the downtown mall, and it takes you down to UVA and the Rotunda and a lot of the area, UVA Hospital downtown, and so it's very convenient to the downtown area. As far as shopping goes, you have Barracks Road right up the way, as well as all the other places in town, which are very, very close to this particular area. You're going to see a lot of these homes, as you can see, have much larger lots, and of course these are very large homes as well. They are very well established. Most of the homes here were built in the 1920s. Hey there. We're built in the 1920s to the 1950s. It's been around town a long time. I'm just going to go ahead and turn around and pan here and kind of give you a little bit more idea of some of the homes that are up the road here. And just one of the many streets here in the Barracks Rugby area. And like I say, there's a variance in houses from $300,000 to over $2 million, almost $3 million in properties that are sold this past year. So very well established section of town, and a place where if you like this type of living that's right in the heart of the city and right around everything, this is definitely a great neighborhood for you. So I'm going to take you to a house now and show you one of the houses that sold over the past year. This particular property in the Barracks Rugby area here in Charlottesville sold in 2022. It sold for $1,150,000. It is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home. It has 3,586 square feet, which breaks down to $321 a square foot. The property was built in 1946, and it has just over 1/3 of an acre of land at 0.37 acres. This will give you an idea of the type of home, style, and many other styles in the Barracks Rugby area as well, but just wanted you to see one of the homes here in the area so you kind of get an idea of what type of home you could buy if you wanted to purchase in this area. So here in our next neighborhood, and this is the Fontana area of Charlottesville, there's several different developments here in the Fontana area, but one of the nice things about a lot of the homes here in this area, I'm going to turn and look over my shoulder here, as you can see, many of these houses here in this neighborhood have a beautiful mountain view. So just another reason that if you love mountain views, this is a great neighborhood to be in. But as I take a walk through the neighborhood, a little bit about it, as you'll see, most of the homes here are very, very new homes built within the last 10 years. As a matter of fact, many of the homes are still being built in this area. The average home here in this neighborhood is sold last year in 2022 for $830,000. The mean average, or the mean home price was $910,000. So give you an idea about the average, but there's two different options here. There's a townhouse option, and of course there's a single family home like you're seeing right now. That range runs from the houses sold last year from $390,000 all the way up to $1.4 million. So the townhouses, you're going to find a lot of townhouses here in the $400,000 to $500,000 range. And like I say, they're all new construction. One of the neat things about this neighborhood, it's very close to Garden Toe Park. Really neat place to take your family or your friends and to enjoy the amenities that are there. One thing about shopping, you're very close to Pantops. I mean, literally 4 minutes up the road is where Pantops is. A lot of shopping in that area, a lot of restaurants, and really, it's on your back doorstep. Another thing about it is that Interstate 64 is very accessible to this area. 6 or 7 minutes down the road, you're on Interstate 64 and you're in Richmond within 45 minutes to an hour. Some of the other things about the area is there's a community pool, there's trails, there's playground, there's tennis courts, all here in this area. The other thing that's really nice about this community is the planning that they've put into it. All of the streets here have sidewalks on both sides of the street, which is very family friendly, and of course for safety as well. And then, as you can see, the nice trees along the streets. Imagine what it's going to look like in 10, 20 years from now when those trees grow up. It's going to be very well established and really probably very stately in 10 to 20 to 30 years. So a lot of good planning here is taking place in the Fontana area. And I'm going to take you up here and I'm going to show you one of the homes here in the area so that you can have an idea of what you can get for your value here in the Fontana area. So we're here to take a look at an individual house in the Fontana neighborhood, and this particular property is in the Highland Ridge development. This property was built in 2014. It has 4 bedrooms and 3 baths, and it has 3,136 square feet, of which 2,695 square feet is finished. So for the finished square feet, that brings you to about $270 a square foot. It's almost on a half an acre of land. It's on 0.45 acres, and if you look behind it, it's got a nice season room there that you can sit out in the summertime. And also, it has, notice it doesn't have any houses behind it that you can see. So a little bit more privacy there as well. So if you're looking for properties that are new build, new construction properties, many of which have mountain views and tree-lined streets with sidewalks to walk on both sides, I would recommend that you look in the Fontana neighborhood. That may be the neighborhood for you. All right, so here we are at the corner of Market Street and 4th Street, and we're at the Daedalus Bookshop. The Daedalus Bookshop is one of the most unique bookshops you will have ever visited. Let's say that their organization is a little different than most bookstores, and it's been in business for 48 years. It'll be 50 years in 2024. The same gentleman has owned it in all of that time. So let's go on inside and let's take a look at the Daedalus Bookshop and let's see how unique this place is. All right, so we're inside the Daedalus bookstore, and look at this. If you are a book lover, this has absolutely got to be the place for you. 3 stories of books. Most of the books in here are fiction books, okay? And if we walk over this way, let's see, up the stairs, and nothing lost here as far as storage. We even got storage on the stairs as well. Mostly fiction books. They're set up in sections, like you have a philosophy section, or you'll have an etiquette section, or you'll have a sports section, and then it's done by author's last name is how it's sorted. So it's unlike probably most any bookstore that you've ever been to. Matter of fact, they even got books in the bathroom. But let me just take you on a little tour here and show you a little bit about this awesome, neat place. So here we go into some of the back rooms, and oops, here we go. Here's another stairwell. This goes down. Careful on your way down. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? All the way down into the basement where there's more books. But let's just go down there. Neat story behind this. The gentleman that owns it originally lived in Manhattan, and he was looking for a building to move to, and he ended up moving to here. This building used to be a insurance building and with a private investigator. And he bought the building and moved all of his books from Manhattan down here, and he is continuing to collect. So, as a matter of fact, when I was upstairs, there's an individual came in and said, "Can I donate a book?" And so, really pretty cool, neat stuff. Let's go back up the stairwell. Let's see what's upstairs. We're back on the second floor. This just never ends. Music, film, and odd. It just absolutely never ends. Oops. Here's another little nook and cranny. So it's a really, really neat place. And let's not forget, last but not least, let's go upstairs. Imagine that. More books. One of my daughters is a reader and absolutely loves places like this. So anyway, you get the idea. So I hope you enjoyed that. That was really just kind of a really unique little place in there at the bookshop, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you ever come to the Charlottesville area, or if you move here, maybe it's a place you'd enjoy coming as well. So, but like I say, Leslie and I, we get phone calls and emails every day from folks just like you who are looking to make a move to Virginia, whether it's up in the mountains in the Shenandoah Valley, or whether it's down here in the Blue Ridge, the Piedmont area in Virginia. We absolutely love to help folks. And so pick up the phone, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We will be more than happy to help you make your move to Virginia as smooth as possible and make sure you get the information that you need to make an informed decision about the house that you'd like to be in. So until next time, we'll see you around town.